Hi there, it's Mr. Grapes back with the next instalment of our walk through the game, Gods Remastered, released in 2018 by Robot Riot, a remake of the 1991 classic by the Bitmap Brothers. And we have made it to halfway through the game. We have reached level 3, world 1, and we are in the Labyrinth, which is, I would say, probably the second longest world in the game. We've just completed, which I would estimate to be the longest, which runs at about 12 minutes, and this one is about 10. And it's a tough level. It's easy to die on this level. There are several places where you can very easily be overwhelmed and lose health and lives. So there are some little tricks which will get you through, which I will try and impart to you now. We start up at the top, and we're going to work our way along this ledge. And I jump across here because it brings that third bat into play, and it means you can come down the ladder and shoot him before you reach the bottom. Come down to the bottom, flick the switch, brings a starburst out. Don't worry about that crystal for now, because we're going to be going back that way a little later. Now, normally the starburst looks after this bat, so I'm going to have to go up and take care of it just to be safe. And then we're going to work our way down this level. The second baddie we kill here drops a health power up, but we're going to leave that for later. We don't need it right now. Again, killing the bats. This really is just a matter of clearing things out as we go. There's no rooms at the bottom of this little path that we're going to be able to get into yet. We're going to need the keys, but I have found that by clearing this area out first does release a bonus key, which it appears where we start, which will take you back to in a little while. So, as I say, this is really just a matter of clearing the path out, taking out the bad guys as we go, being careful because the game has a cute habit of dropping them in behind you when you're not expecting them. And there's a bonus gem in the wall there, and we can take it out by repeatedly hitting it with our fireballs. If you've got a mace, that will kill the block much quicker, so you can get it later in the world if you want, but I tend to do it there and then get it out of the way. Now this is the final world door, or it takes you into the treasure room, which takes you to the world door. We certainly can't go in there yet, but by flicking the switches, as I say, I do believe it releases a key which we can collect later on up at the back where we started. That's everything, and we're now going to work all the way back up again to the top and then to the right. Now be very careful when you come up this ladder, because you see the gem and it's kind of instinctive to jump to the left, but if you do, you accidentally collect that health power up, which, as I say, we don't need yet. We really want to save that for when we need it later in the level. That was careless. I should have waited for him to turn around. I've now got a time bomb. You've got to be careful because they can inflict damage on you. If you're too close to when they explode, they will take lumps of energy off, but you're going to need that bomb in a moment. Or you could need the bomb in a moment to kill the hive. There's a beehive that we need to get rid of. Back up, and again working our way to the right. Now up that ladder, it seems to go to nowhere, but there is a secret key which opens a trapdoor, which I'll show you in a little while. But in the meantime, what we need to do is to make the hive appear, get up the ladder, because a trap is going to appear very shortly. Now I mistimed this, and I am within the blast radius of my mine, and as you can see, I've taken a hit there and I've lost a fair amount of energy, which was careless, but we will make it up as we go. That block moves, lets us come through here, gets us into the first secret room, and we pick up our maces and a key. Having dealt with the beehive, we're going to work our way back all the way to the start of the level. World, I should say world. I say level a lot when I'm making these videos. I do apologise. The game has 4 levels, each made up of 3 worlds, which to me seems completely back to front. I think it should be worlds made up of levels, but hey ho, that's how they've done it. But I do use the word level often when I really should be saying world. We are in World 1 of level 3 here. There's the bonus key, right back to where we started, and that's the trapdoor key, which opens the trapdoor at the top of the ladder that I mentioned a moment ago. So we're now going to work back to the right. That's a tricky jump. You've got to push up when you reach the ladder, otherwise you will fall down the ladder and die. And there is our trapdoor opening, and there's a couple of fellas going to drop out. You need to be able to deal with them. If you get too keen and go up the ladder too quickly, they will land on you and kill you. There's nothing of danger along here. It's just a path to follow, through a door, down another ladder, collect a couple of gems, and then we will get ourselves some more maces. A couple of fire crystals there, good for points, some more maces, and a treasure key, which is always useful. Now it's morphed us back to almost the bottom of where we started out, and this time we can open that door. We close it again because otherwise you're attacked from both sides, and then you can open the door again to enable you to kill that enemy on the right. So just to clarify, when we started the game we came down, down, down and then ran. We couldn't go any further because the doors were blocking us. This is where we've been morphed to now, this is where we've been teleported to, and of course now we have the keys to open the doors. This needs a little bit of care, but it's not too tricky. Then there's a ceiling full of bats, which again aren't too tricky. You can take them out just by firing from the ladder. Nice little bonus there. Now we've got 3 rooms here. The first one enables you to kill a couple of hives and get some points. The second one is the one that matters. Collect the gold bowl. The third one, if you want to go in it, you could just see it there below. It's just a room full of bats, and there's no advantage to going in there except there is an achievement if you're playing on a more modern console for clearing that room out. But once you've got the achievement, there's no point in going in there again. Just popped into the treasure room, picked up some treasure, and now we're going to make our way through. You might remember that earlier on when we came down the stairs we opened that door on the right. The reason for that is because it's a nice little shortcut through. I'm going to make a bit of a wasted journey here. I've got slightly too much health. If I have under half health, you get a health power up there, but I don't, so it was a waste of time. But if you are struggling for health, if you're running very low and you don't mind walking over to that point, you do get a health power up. So I'm going to take this one to fill my health up, because we've now got a very, very difficult room. I would say without a shield it is very, very difficult to clear this room without dying, but I will use a shield, and then you can take care of most of the bad guys simply by walking through them and destroying them. And once you see the potion dropped, you know you're nearly at the end. And then we move along here, and there's a key which we're going to use a thief to bring down for us. Just collect the treasure first there. Points are all important because the points make lives. Drop the potion, kill the thief, pick up the key and the gem, and then through the door, and we'll get teleported back down. Oh, sorry, via a treasure room, we'll get teleported back down to that final door. Now, this room is all about the ceiling. Because you've got the maces, you can break the rocks in the ceiling fairly easily. What you need to do is to get to that starburst relatively quickly, because you're going to be attacked on both sides. And again, it's easy to lose a lot of health in this room, especially if you play it as badly as I do here. I do make a bit of a pig's ear of this. As I say, with the starburst it should be a bit easier, but nevertheless I've cleared it out now, and all I need to do is to remove the remaining ceiling rocks and collect what is sat on them, and then we work our way through to the right, and that is the end of the level. I hope you found that useful. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more, and I will see you again very soon.